Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. Talking to you guys today on this fine Friday afternoon about the correlation between semen retention and your wealth. The reason why that it may seem that you're very laser focused, your grinding, your drive, and your ambition has gone through the roof, and you're getting more choosing signals from women, and you're just generally becoming an evolving man, a present man, a full stack man, is because if the body was put on this earth, if your brain cares about two things: to survive and to recreate. And if you're holding your seminal fluid, it's giving a signal to your brain that says that this man isn't getting any. And in terms of evolution, that's a very big problem. So because the thing is, if you decide to relapse and beat off, the thing is, your brain is thinking, you're tricking your brain to think that you're getting some, when in reality your hand is getting some and not you. And this is a very big no when it comes to your brain, because if your brain thinks you're getting some, it means that it doesn't need to make any adjustments in life. So if you decide to go on semen retention, no fat, and you hold your seminal fluid in, your brain is going to make a lot of adjustments depending on how far you go. It's going to make more adjustments the longer you go. So like, let's say if you've retained for like 6 months or something crazy, 6 months, a year or something like that, people who saw you before that are not really going to recognize you, combined with you doing all the other things as well. Because if you've retained for a long time, you're giving the signal to your brain that you're not getting any, and there must be major adjustments made to this man so he can become more attractive, so he can acquire a mate. The adjustments that might be made is you might be a lot less tolerable. People might mistaken that with like you being emotional, or you being aggressive, very aggressive, or you just being irritable. All this is that because you've held your semen, you're basically becoming a masculine man. You're basically becoming a very like well-rounded man, and well-rounded men really don't have that much don't really show that much highs and lows. They're just kind of in a straight line in how they act. And this does wonders to women, because usually what women are what they see is that men are always throwing themselves at them. They're always grinning from ear to ear if they get a chance to speak with the woman. They're not. They put the woman on a pedestal, and when a woman sees that you are grounded and you're grounded and you're not grinning from ear to ear, or you're just keeping a very masculine frame and you're just doing things as it is and not being thrown off center, this is very attractive, because they're always hit with the opposite. And in terms of your wealth, your ambition will skyrocket, where you're gonna be attracted to higher quality opportunities to make more money and better provide for your offspring, just because you've been retaining. So if you're retaining, helps you create wealth, because one, it teaches discipline. In order to acquire wealth, you're going to need some discipline, and this goes in correlation with that. And in order to let's say, be the provider, be in order to be the provider in the family, you're gonna have to have, one, I said discipline, and two, just be well-rounded, because the brain likes results. The brain likes evidence of you becoming that person that you said that you were going to be. So, like I said, once the brain is on semen retention, it goes into I guess you could call it panic mode. It goes into panic mode, meaning it just does everything in its power to get you the best it can. You'll notice that your skin will tend to clear up. Your eyes might tend to clear up. Your voice might be a little bit more masculine. You just seem very, very ambitious. Like, you just seem that you really, really are going for stuff, and you're not settling for anything less. And you might even come to the terms that sleeping around with anybody and anybody, that might be that you start realizing that might be the game plan for poverty, because pleasure leads to poverty. If you're constantly focused on trying to sleep with the next woman in your life, and never focus on more, what you're gonna get is dirt, because you're not a focused man. You're the equivalent of, let's say, a Quagmire from Family Guy, meaning like you're just focused on the wrong things. And if you're focused on the wrong things, and if a woman can sense you that you're needy and desperate, and all you want is her to have intercourse with her, then she's gonna write you off, and she's gonna be like, next. So make sure when you retain, obviously you're gonna feel a lot more drive, and you're gonna feel horny. But the thing is, you can't let that feeling be your number one excuse as to why you relapse or why you just take anything. You have to realize that semen retention equals discipline, and if you're retaining, that discipline eventually will pay off with the results that you formulated because of your discipline. The discipline equals results. If you're undisciplined, you'll get dirt. You'll get nothing, because a disciplined man is a dangerous man. A man who is not a slave to his sexual urges, to pussy, is usually the man who wins in a lot of things, because he's not taking the bait. There's so much bait that will be thrown at you with all the other things, but a man who is focused on one thing, and that's his ambition for wealth and a more abundant life, will get everything. But a man who's slowly just focused on getting the next girl to come over will really be selling himself short. This is life advice. I mean, you can take it for what you want, but this is usually how it is. The man who is usually well-rounded and is disciplined and is always going after more and achieving more, and is not taking anything that she throws at him, usually is the one who gets the woman and everything else. But the man who's constantly chasing tail is really just going to get, like I said, dirt or the equivalent to it, or is not going to reach his full potential. So the effects of semen retention on your wealth is that if you retain, you'll have a more likely chance of becoming wealthy, because you're practicing discipline, and discipline equals wealth. If you discipline yourself and you're utilizing the right information and taking that consistent action, then by any means you'll become where you want to be. But if you keep selling yourself short, and you just take anything that you can get, you'll never reach your full potential, and life will always be, you'll always be left wondering why it's not better. You'll literally be on your couch wondering why your life is not better, while someone who's utilized that discipline will be actually living that life that you keep on dreaming about. I mean, so take this information for what it is, and utilize it in your life, because sooner or later it may help you. If you don't see the fruits of your labor, eventually the fruits of your labor will be shown to you if you're doing the right things on a consistent basis and you're living righteously. So like, comment, and subscribe below. Peace out.